Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch in Pretoria, South Africa. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and you are watching Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 162. And it is also the third one in this series that I'm doing on 12-year-old blended whiskies. So I've already reviewed 2 of them, 3 more to go. This is number 3 and I'm pairing all 5 of these whiskies with ice cream, which makes this a wonderful series for me that's doing the tasting and the ice cream eating. Fabulous. Tullamore DEW 12-year-old from the Tullamore DEW Distillery. So it says here Tullamore DEW Irish Whiskey Special Reserve Triple Distilled. Bottled at 43%. It is very tiny there in the corner. 43% ABV. And what else does it say here? The Tullamore Distillery, established in 1829, became home to a man of legendary status, Daniel E. Williams. That's where the dew comes from, in Tullamore DEW. He perfected a whiskey of exceptional quality, character and smoothness that is good enough to bear his initials, DEW. And then on the other side of the bottle there, it says, whilst triple distillation guarantees the ultimate smoothness, aging this unique blend for a minimum of 12 years in Oloroso, sherry and old bourbon oak casks brings out a character and flavor that continues to win awards year after year. Tullamore DEW, 12-year-old blended whiskey. This is the gift box. Opens up like this. Whiskey goes in there, some tasting notes there in the box, and a bit of information also here. Very nice, very unique gift box. This distillery, of course, owned by William Grant and Sons owns this distillery. So I've poured my dram a little before I started the video. 12-year-old, rule of thumb, let it stand for 1 minute for each year that it's spent in the cask. There we go. A lovely old gold color. Triple distilled. It's got a lot of single pot still whiskey, single malt whiskey, and then a little bit of single grain whiskey in this blended whiskey from Ireland. This distillery is situated slap bang in the middle of Ireland. Sweet grain, very different from the previous 2 whiskies that I did, which was the Dewars and the Ballantines, where I got more malt than grain. Here, sweet grain, which is interesting because there's only a little bit of single grain in here. Yet I think the whole triple distillation process sort of emphasizes the grain aromas for me personally. And malt is also a grain, of course. Very sweet. A little bit of spicy vanilla and bourbon notes. It sort of reminds me of a typical bourbon. Some citrus, some nuts. Peaches. As you nose it, there's some more aromas revealing themselves. Raisins sort of just in the background, and then slightly grassy for me on the nose as well. And then just sort of a hint of a solvent note there in the background. On the palate, this is rich. This is sweet. It's quite creamy. There's a slight alcohol burn, 43%. Fruits, nuts, even dried fruits with a bit of spiciness balancing the sweet. Sherry, vanilla. One can actually pick up that there's bourbon casks and sherry casks involved in the maturation here. The citrus is there, the bourbon familiarity or something that reminds me of bourbon, and even a little bit of chocolate. Quite a long finish. The longest finish, if I compare this with the previous two 12-year-old blended whiskies, this one definitely has the longest finish. It's rich, it's warm. The citrus is there again. And a little bit of sherry and a bit of nuttiness. So if I add a few drops of water, 43%, what is going to happen? One can actually pick up the triple distillation. I don't know if it's my imagination, but it tastes smoother and cleaner. Very interesting. Sweet. It's as if the vanilla and the citrus is now, with a bit of water, it's developed to almost like a caramel custard. A citrus caramel custard. Smooth, sweet, oaky, and slightly bitter. My summary: 12-year-old Tullamore DEW blended whiskey, special reserve, triple distilled. I would say sweet, spicy vanilla, sweet spicy vanilla. That would be my summary. Sweet spicy vanilla with a lot of creamy bourbon notes. That would probably be a good summary for this Tullamore DEW. It's almost as if I want to say this is where Irish and bourbon whiskey meet, right here, because it's got a bit of the character of both, just for me personally, as I taste this today. The price here in South Africa is around 500 Rand and 50 pounds in the UK, and I haven't got a dollar price yet, but it'll probably be around $60, $65. And I'm pairing all of these with ice cream, so seeing that I've got a lot of very sweet citrus notes in the flavor profile of this whiskey, I have decided to go for a lime ice cream. So this is my lime ice cream, chilled to the bone, and I'm going to try a bit of lime ice cream. It's very limey, it's almost sour, and I think it's going to bring a bit of balance to the very sweet Tullamore DEW 12-year-old. Oh, this is wonderful. Fantastic. Exactly what I thought would happen. The sweetness is a little bit more subdued, and the maltiness of the whiskey is suddenly enhanced. Where previously I got this sweet sort of grain taste, with a lime ice cream I'm getting a warm, darker, malty experience on my palate from this whiskey. It's even as if I want to double check. This is a fantastic experience. A very good pairing, lime ice cream with Tullamore DEW 12-year-old blended whiskey. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, if you enjoyed it, please click the like button, subscribe, invite your friends, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be the 4th one in this mini-series on 12-year-old blended whiskies. Until then, slàinte.